Lee, some exciting news coming out of TRUMPF UK at the moment. Can you tell us about your new position?
Yes, from the 1st of July I'll be becoming the Managing Director, which I'm very pleased and excited about. After working for 18 years with TRUMPF, starting as a service engineer, as we've discussed in the past on various interviews, to move through the ranks and now become the Managing Director for the UK is a very exciting time for me.
You've certainly covered the ground.
Absolutely, and I think that's one of the really important messages to really send, is that you can start from a position of an engineer and build yourself up with TRUMPF, and if you're lucky and you're successful, you can become a Managing Director of a company at this size, with TRUMPF being the size of around £50 million turnover and the group being €3 billion turnover. It's a great honour for me to take on this role now.
How many people are you employing here in the UK?
We have 91 people at the moment.
And that's grown quite a lot, hasn't it, over recent years?
When I look back in my times, I can think of the times when we was around 25 million turnover, only around 10 years ago, and coming through now with 50 million, and we've moved from around 60 people to 90 people, so it's a real success story.
I like the way the machines have developed and evolved to become almost multitasking, aren't they?
Yeah.
Certainly the True Punch behind us here,
Yeah.
that bends, it cuts, it taps, it etches, it does everything. Is this part of your growth?
Yeah, it is. It's always the innovation that TRUMPF actually applies to the systems, and well, you used to have a punching machine and then a press brake to do the forming afterwards. Now, to a certain level, up to 45 millimeters, we can do the forming. And that's a real advantage for the customers, by punching, tapping, forming, and then part picking, all moving towards automation, and the Industry 4.0 concept is very critical to TRUMPF's success.
And you can load it, you can take the remnant off, it's all automated. Equally, something like the 2030 that we've got behind us here, new machine, bright line fibre technology, 25mm stainless cut with fantastic finishes. That's incredible.
That's right, and traditionally the 1 series and the 2 series was the entry-level machines for customers, and as we've progressed, we've developed more and more powers and higher qualities at the entry level. And with bright line, which is one of the most critical things, in the early days fibre technology was much better at the thin gauge, but now we've developed the fibre to a certain level where with this machine with 4 kilowatts power, as you say, the 25mm cutting, and the edge quality of a CO2. So we've really moved forward in leaps and bounds with the technology.
If you go back a few years, you used to cut your fingers when you used to pick up parts.
Yeah, that's right, with the burrs, etc. And the quality wasn't the same, so you had to accept the thinner gauge, it was higher speed, but now we can talk about it being a universal machine. So now, if you're doing stainless steel, you don't have to think about the CO2 anymore. The fibre will do the full range at a higher speed and at a much better efficiency as well.
And also the part master here now for unloading of finished parts. That's quite a development too.
Again, you know, the customers in the past, they would be running parts, the sheets would come out, and then we'd have to hand pick the parts out. Now that's a